Spanish has always been a huge part of my life, whether it be direct or indirect. Even the elementary school I went to, Hawthorne Elementary, put me in an environment where Spanish was almost as common as English. Spanish became even more important in my life once I entered high school. I studied Spanish 1 and 2 at Lovejoy High. These were the first 2 Spanish courses I ever took. How and what I learned here would shape how much better I would learn Spanish in the future. When I transferred to Locust Grove High, my knowledge of Spanish would grow even more. Here, I continued studying Spanish by taking Honor Spanish 3 and Honor Spanish 4. I really appreciate the learning environment that both schools provided. All of the Spanish courses I have taken have challenged me and my Spanish-speaking skills while making sure I retain the information at the same time. For instance, the projects and assignments I was given and are still given effectively test my Spanish-speaking skills and writing abilities. For example, my diario is a journal where I practice my Spanish writing skills based on the prompts I am given. Continuously doing this over the years has steadily increased my Spanish writing capabilities. One project that really tested my Spanish proficiency was a book I had to write completely in Spanish. Although this project was challenging, I improved my writing skills in the process while also enjoying creating the book. Other assignments whose information has stuck with me are ones such as our vocabulary booklets, where we document key words and conjugations, as well as rules that help us remember them. More recurrent assignments include the worksheets that not only assess our Spanish, but also teach us about the different cultures and important historical events about the various Spanish-speaking countries. And our paquetes have been constant throughout the year to keep us up to date on the vocabulary we study as well as the lessons and unit we are going over at the time. I also joined Spanish National Honor Society while I was here. Our society held an annual induction ceremony to welcome all new members. At my induction ceremony, we opened with a poem by Núñez de Arce called Excelsior, which means a superior quality. The poem reads, "Why do humble spirits, why do lowly souls, in the fierce combats of life neither struggle nor resist? The human spirit is more constant the more it rises. God put mud in the lowland and he put the rock on the mountains. The white snow, which in the deep valleys melts away slowly, on the high peaks remains unchangeable and eternal." A huge part of Spanish National Honor Society is our participation around our community. We attend the World Language Fair every year, and this year we even had the honor of taking home multiple prizes in categories like dance and art. Another big part of our society is our community service. Every year, we volunteer at the Westbury Health and Rehabilitation Center. In December, all members of the society meet up at Westbury to help and interact with the residents. We work with the amazing staff to create an experience the residents will enjoy. This year, we gave out socks and toiletries to the elderly for Christmas. Along with the gifts, we speak and interact with the residents to make our visit feel a bit more personal. We also sing Christmas songs around the center as we pass out our care packages. This is an unforgettable experience that is unmatched because there's nothing else that could compare to the feeling of giving back to the community. After we're done volunteering at Westbury, we go to Mesquite, a Mexican restaurant, where we reveal our secret Santas and have our gift exchange. Volunteering at Westbury showed me how much giving back to the community can mean, and how the seemingly simple things could mean the world to others. Aside from the fairs we participate in and the community service we do, we also schedule fun activities at school, like dedicating meetings to dancing to traditional Hispanic and Latin music and dances, such as merengue, bachata, and the tango. But school isn't the only place I've had a Spanish influence or learned about Hispanic culture. My friends and loved ones have taught me a lot about their culture. For instance, my friends' annual trips to California and Mexico have prompted me to want to take a trip there and learn even more about the historic tourist sites. For example, their vacation pictures of places like Hotel del Coronado are breathtaking. This hotel is located in San Diego, California and holds 7 restaurants and 680 rooms. And right near the hotel is the beautiful Coronado Beach. This statue is located in the heart of Mexico City. It is called El Ángel de la Independencia, which means the Angel of Independence. It was built in 1910 to commemorate the beginning of Mexico's War of Independence. As the years passed, it was made into a monument for the important heroes of the war. This is a fountain that is located near the Museum of Anthropology in Mexico City. The museum as a whole showcases many artifacts that represent much of Mexico's history and origin. This is the Stone of the Sun. It can also be found in the Museum of Anthropology. It is also called the Aztec Calendar Stone. It was used as a tool to calculate the days and rituals between the gods. It was extremely important to Aztec culture. Today, it is considered to be one of the most important and famous works of the Aztecs. This is a religious landmark located in Taxco, Mexico. Roman Catholicism is the predominant religion in Mexico, so monuments such as these hold great sacred value. The churches in Mexico also hold much sacred value, which is why their architecture is so beautifully precise and intricate. The importance of religion in Mexico is further shown when residents from all over gather for this religious ceremony called Fiesta de la Virgen, where they all celebrate the Virgin Mary. And this is an aerial view of the wonderful city of Taxco, Mexico. These structures are called Las Posas and are located in Xilitla, Mexico. They were created by surrealist artist Edward James. They are more than 2,000 feet above sea level in a subtropical rainforest. Overall, it took about 150 people to create. These are the Cascadas de Tamasopo. They are waterfalls that are a huge tourist attraction. It is located in the foothills of Sierra Madre Oriental in Tamasopo, Mexico. Tamasopo is famous for its alluring waterfalls and a succulent rain. And this beautiful lagoon is called La Media Luna, which means the half moon. This captivating cave is called El Catedral. It is located in Rio Verde, San Luis, Mexico. El Catedral received its name because of the stalactites and stalagmites that formed a cathedral-like setting in the interior. And these are actual cathedrals that are also located in San Luis, Mexico. These are just a few of the beautifully constructed cathedrals that exist throughout Mexico. Along with my friends teaching me so much about their culture, I have taken trips of my own that further introduced me to Hispanic and Latin culture. Spring break of my freshman year in high school, my family and I took a trip to the Bahamas. The beaches and scenery there were stunning. The nature of the island and its sights were amazing. While there, I visited a museum. Although the Bahamas is not a Spanish-speaking country, it does have some Spanish influence. For instance, their architecture has Spanish aspects in it, such as intricate designs and castle-like finishes. This architecture is still visible in many of the buildings the Bahamas has standing today. Another trip I took was to Jersey. I was born in Union City, New Jersey, but moved to Georgia back in 2000. I still have a lot of family there, so I regularly go back to visit. While I'm in Jersey, I also visit New York. New York is a very diverse city. It actually has a high Hispanic population. When I visit New York, I stop by cities that have a heavy Spanish influence. Residents and tourists alike can easily see how the high Hispanic population has an effect on the community. From the dialect that is spoken on the streets to the food that is sold, one can definitely see how influential Spanish speakers are. My cultural background has also played a role in my getting familiar with Hispanic cultures. My family is originally from Haiti. Haiti is on the same island as the Dominican Republic, a Spanish-speaking country. Because of the close proximity and somewhat similar histories, the two countries and their cultures have some similarities, and I grew up experiencing some of these similarities in my own home. For instance, the traditional women's clothing for both countries includes bright, vibrant colors on decorative ruffled dresses. This attire is most often worn for special occasions, such as traditional weddings or nationwide cultural festivals. The official languages of both countries also share similarities. The official language of Haiti is Haitian Creole, whereas the official language of the Dominican Republic is Spanish. Both languages have similar pronunciations. This could be traced all the way back to when both countries were under European rule. Both countries also share some of the same cuisines, such as fried plantain, rice with red beans, white rice with peas, stew that has a variety of meats and vegetables, chivo guisado, which is braised goat, and pescado frito, which is fried fish. Another similarity of the two cultures is music. Both countries' music incorporates musical aspects from different places all over the world. For instance, both countries' music has African rhythms along with European influence. Both countries also have their own version of the merengue. Nevertheless, although Haiti and the Dominican Republic share some similarities, they also have unique aspects that make them distinct and different. Growing up, while I was embracing my own culture, I was unknowingly also indulging in Hispanic culture. The community in Locust Grove also has a heavy Spanish influence. There are quite a few Mexican restaurants in the city. A couple of those include San Diego's and Gabino's Mexican Grill. Having places like these nearby allow me to practice my Spanish. It may seem insignificant, but getting to practice my Spanish in my day-to-day life allows me to gradually become a better Spanish speaker. In the summer, I plan to visit Miami, and just like New York, Miami has a high Hispanic population. While here, I plan to engage in many of the Hispanic-centered activities and sites that Miami has to offer. For example, I plan to visit Miami Marca España, which has grown to become a very popular market. It offers things like books, magazines, t-shirts, food, and more. There's also the Miami Hispanic Cultural Arts Center, which allows residents and visitors to have the opportunity to learn more about the various Hispanic cultures and how it shaped the community of Miami. I also plan on visiting Little Havana. It is a neighborhood in Miami that houses many Cuban Americans as well as immigrants from Central and South America. Little Havana is one of the many places in Miami that showcases culture through colorful expression throughout its community. Little Havana gives a little taste of Cuban culture by the types of food residents sell and the Cuban-centric souvenirs sold in local markets. One more place I plan to visit is Freedom Tower. Also located in Miami, this tower is said to be the Ellis Island of the South. The Freedom Tower is a national symbol of the liberty searched for and found by Cuban refugees who came to the United States at the peak of the Cold War conflict. I don't want my Spanish speaking journey to end once I graduate high school, so I plan to further it once I go to college in the fall. The college I will be attending offers a Spanish club, and this club allows students to indulge in Hispanic culture and make sure that Spanish remains an important part in all of our lives. Overall, Spanish has grown to play such a vital role in my life. All that I have learned over the years will continue to help me succeed in my future. This is why the International SEALS Diploma would mean so much to me. Having this distinction could open up many doors of opportunity. It would also show future employers and schools how dedicated and passionate I am about the important things in my life. All in all, my Spanish-speaking journey has taught me a lot, and I'm sure it will continue to teach me as it progresses beyond high school. But one thing that has stuck with me is knowing that as long as I work hard and stay motivated, my hard work will pay off. Gracias y todos a una.